Hey, it's Kimberly, and it is January the 10th. Kimberly Crow, Inner Awakened Mastery, January the 10th, 2021. So I just sat down to get centered, to process to hold space for my membership today. And I heard, go take a shower. And I was like, I don't have time. And it's like, get in the water. And so I did. And I felt this energy, just like this cleansing energy. And they told me to ask for the cleansing. So I'm recording this so I can pass this information on so I won't forget it. Okay. So if you're feeling any overwhelm from the world and all the things that are happening to humanity right now, then get into water if you can. And if you can't, just ask that element to come in and to cleanse your field. Okay. So then I asked, like, what I actually, asked spirit what colors to wear especially when I'm facilitating. Okay. And what is the most beneficial color for me to anchor in, and the color wave and frequency that I'm working with. And so I have these like crazy striped, crazy striped leggings on that are, I'll take a picture of them, that are orange and all kinds, and blue and brown. And I knew the brown was very significant. And they have stripes on them, and it had something to do with Saturn's rings. And then I put on this Peruvian shaman, whatever. I bought it. I traded it one time with the shaman at a show. That's where I got it from. I've had it forever. I don't know that I've ever wore it. I may have worn it in ceremony once. I don't remember. But I was told to put this on. Okay. And so when I put it on, I felt a rattle go into my hand, which it did look like a rattle that I owned that I don't even know where it is right now. So I had that, and I felt energetically in spirit, I had the rattle. So I was rattling myself. And then I sat down because the energy was so intense. And I'm still processing right now. But what I saw happen was the condor and the eagle. Okay. And I heard the condor and the eagle has taken flight. I know there's some prophecies around that. I don't know the prophecies myself and what those are, but I know there's some prophecies with that. So I'm going to look that up later, but I felt like I needed to record this now. So I saw the two of them take flight, and then they came together, and they were spiraling like this together in this dance. And then from their spiral, there was this golden ray that they created that was like going around them. And then there was a star that was created, and it was golden, but it looked like those kind of metal like stars that you would buy somewhere for, folk home decor. It was puffed, dimensional. Okay. And it was a 5-pointed star, and it was puffed out, and I could see the dimensions of it, and it was gold. And I heard that it's something about it representing the elements, and then I saw, like, in Wicca, the star that's used, and the elements. And then, like, in I saw it in different types of and then I saw it in, like, Native American, but I saw the star in the different elements of each point, like earth, air, earth, water, fire, whatever. Okay. So I was seeing that, the points, whatever that is that they represent. See, I don't even know what that is right now. So that's what I came on to give that information out. Okay. And then there was this piercing energy that happened at what I'll call my soul star. My soul star, I see the soul star as where the soul assimilated into this lifehood, into the body, into the DNA skin suit at my sternum. And I saw that being ripped open, and it was excruciating for me. And it was like flesh being ripped open. Okay. I saw it like it's like the flesh was being ripped. And it was happening in the front and in the back at the same time, like all the way through. Okay, so let me see where I'm at with that. So I'm hearing that it was like a initiation. Oh, wow, this may just be personal for me. I'm getting overwhelmed with it. I'm so humbled right now from the energy. Oh, so many of us are being called to initiations, and it's me seeing it as flesh. It's a representation of ripping through the flesh and the bindings and becoming the pure light and anchoring the light and being the light. And our light bodies aren't outside of us. They're inside of us and they're in our heart. And that when we shine that heart light out, it goes into all humanity. And that people are wigging out right now because the expansion is coming. It's coming. No matter what, the expansion is coming. And when they're saying that, they're talking about the expansion of consciousness, the expansion of the heart, and the purity of what that is. And it's honoring to be called forth into these initiations. And then you said you would be here at this time to do this. Okay. So now I'm seeing like they're taking out, like the flesh. It's like I'm seeing it being taken out, scraped out. It's kind of like when you're cutting a chicken up. It looks like that, like, blood and bones and blood vessels, stripping that out. Like I can see the blue and the red, but the arteries and the veins. Oh God, that of flesh, that what is off flesh, that was created off flesh. Oh gosh, there's something happening at my third eye. It's not even my third eye. It's like right here, my frontal lobe, this whole area. It feels like this whole area has been lifted. Something's being rewired. There's a template in there. Oh, whoo, and I see like a golden one coming in, a rewiring. This has to do with codes and encodements, sacred temples, being the sacred temple, how to be the sacred temple, when to be the sacred temple. And then I'm seeing like these columns of light being put out like around me. And I think personally for me, it has to do with the overwhelm energy because I felt really dumped on this week. And then I was extremely oversensitive to the overwhelm, and that random people were reaching out and dumping random ass questions on me. And I felt like it was like they were just trying to grab on to something. And it's like, I'm not their light. They're their light. And for me in the flesh, my coping mechanism that I have done my whole entire life with that, I know people don't believe I'm an introvert, but I am, is that to go within and to get away from it. And then I usually would go somewhere in the dark and cry till I cried it all out because it was like too much, it was like getting rid of all of it. And it was a long time before I understood that it was the unclaimed emotional frequencies they didn't know what to do with it. And I'm not the dumpster to that. So this is about accountability and the difference between response, responsibility, reaction, and creation. And that reaction and creation are the same damn letters. They're just arranged differently. And that it's you're at the threshold to move from reaction to creation, the responding, the ability for the response, like how to respond with creation is what they're telling me. Oh, wow, that's big. I can feel that. That's really big. To respond with creation. So it's a recoding that's happening. Doing something to my jaws. Oh, it's those points. There's actually chakras right there. It's connected to that spirit speaks point, and then how that comes up, and then there's something here with sound transmitters. Now I'm seeing that like old mechanical wiring. It almost looks like jaws that had been shut, wired down, and like this being pulled out of them, just like being ripped out. And taste the metal. Ooh. Oh, I don't know if you can hear it pop. It popped really loud. Okay, let's see. What am I supposed to do now? Okay, it's anchoring the energy in. I feel it go down to my knees. There's like a V from my knees to the point, and it goes from my knees across and down into earth. It almost looks like a top that I can spin on, a pivot. It's a way to pivot. It's really interesting. It's like, oh, the energy comes. It's like, oh, it's kind of like, in the Matrix when he can like dodge everything. That's what this looks like. It's like, whoa. And then I can sit on it and spin it and just ride it. That's interesting. I like this little mechanism. Wow. They're telling me it's the energy of being like, I'm seeing it like, what is that? I'm losing words, but it's like in the earth, but not of the, or maybe it's the other way around, of the earth, but not in it. I don't know, but it's like this, like being on it, and then you can spin around. It's funny, I'm watching this like tip all the way down and then come back, like some kind of carnival ride. Ooh, I like this thing. It's like it's spinning me and doing things to me, and I can feel the rev up energy of it, and I really like it. This could be something personal to do with now because it's a triangle, not a kite. It's how to use my triangle within my kite in my chart. I have a kite. If you look at my astrology chart, it looks like a kite. And so I have been curious about it lately and how to utilize those energies. So it has something to do with that, but it's the spinning top, how to be the spinning top. So it's like you dodge it and you don't even have to think about it. It's just like automatic and it goes, woo, woo, woo. And it's kind of fun and it's bringing the joy back in and not so much of the heavy shit. Ah, okay. Now I feel like my spine is being zipped, but it's like from the bottom, the zipper's running this way. And then it's like I'm seeing it unzipped and then opened up. And then I can see all inside of me. Wow, that's really interesting. I can feel it too. Looks like a Christmas tree. It kind of looks like this tapestry of these inside of me, all of these colors in this tapestry, because it's bright lights and there are all kinds of different colors and different, kind of like a kaleidoscope inside. Wow, this is so hot at my sternum right now. So I'm seeing some of the light bulbs that were burnt out. It's like when you turn on all your Christmas lights and how some of them are burnt out. So they're like replacing ones. And then when that gets replaced, it looks like it changes the color of some of the rest of them. And they're all really bright neon colors. It's not your mama's Christmas. It's like it's a whole different Christmas. Mm. Wow. It's like zigzaggities like that's on this. They said, you thought you were quirky and quirky before. Now you're going to show your freak flag. Oh, I'm seeing a parade now with flags and being the majorette and out in front of the freak flags, leading the parade. It's kind of funny for me to really kind of be such a hermit and an introvert that I run and hide inside. But when I go out, I totally fly my freak flag. Like there's no in between. Oh, I have this big majorette hat on. Conductor. But everybody's got conductor hats on. There's not just one. Like we're all marching to our own parade and the power of that. Now, like the whole band's dancing. Okay. Is there anything else I'm supposed to do? My brain is still being reorganized. Okay, I'm going to breathe this in and anchor this in, and I'm going to go stand outside. I drew 3 cards that I was going to talk about. There's the three goddesses that are here in the power of that. It's Isis, the manifester, Green Tara, the supreme protection, and Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Okay, so I'm going to post this. And thank you all. Thank you for being the gift that you are to humanity. And if you're feeling the overwhelmed energies, then take a shower, align to yourself, listen for your own tone. That's what they had me doing yesterday, and I could hear it. And there was a tone out there that was mine. And when I connected to it, it came inside of me. And then from the left, I could feel this stagnant energy that sounded like somebody scratching their nails on a chalkboard. And it was the distortions of the world. And the more I went to my own tone, it was like that wasn't a discordant energy anymore. It actually felt like I absorbed it some way. I like took it and absorbed it, and then it wasn't a distraction or irritation anymore. So I'm not sure exactly what that was about, but listen to your own tone is what they're telling me. And to align to your own tone and to align to it before you react. If you can remember to come into alignment, then then you'll move through creation instead of reaction. Okay. Thank you. Be blessed.